Hello, it's Paul. It's Paul with Army with Logic. I just finished a bit of show prep, and that is pretty simple. Wrote things down, put it on paper, drop it in a cup. That's my show prep. Um, so once again, I'm here to arm you with logic. This is hopefully going to be a little longer than the first ones. They were only a minute each. This is what I'm hoping to do on a regular basis. And hopefully get better at it and stop saying and pausing. So the biggest thing that I want to do is talk about things that I've seen in my life and things that I uh, think need to be talked about. We all have our opinions on things, and I think if we talk to each other, we'll discover we're closer to being alike than apart. Uh, this kind of is a therapy thing for me. Like I said before, if you may have missed it, this is something that I have spent 50 plus years on this planet with friends and family, and they're the ones who've helped me form these opinions. And that's what this is, it's opinions. I'll have some facts, I may even have some facts wrong. And part of this is for you to look it up. I want you to figure out if I'm wrong, or if I'm right, or if you agree with me. I don't care. I want you to think and look this stuff up. Um, it's going to be a little different. My show prep will be grab a piece of paper, read it, and start talking. This was something I wanted to do to hopefully get the world talking, but it's a therapy thing for me, I think. So, why am I doing it? I just told you why. Why did I think this would be a good idea? Well, I see it on social media all the time, and I kind of reached out to somebody local here, Andy Hoosier, Hoosier Media. He also does the Voice of Reason radio and podcast. And I talked to him. Great guy. Go and listen to his stuff. Download his podcasts. I do every day. I sit in a car for 5.5, 6 hours every day. And I need to listen to stuff. I listen to music. I listen to podcasts. Andy's one of them. There's a couple others out there I listen to. I try to catch Bill Maher, Dan Bongino. There's one that's talking about the Second Amendment that I watch also. That one is, hold on, more show prep. That one to me is more of a Bill of Rights. They talk about the Second Amendment a whole bunch, but it's about the Bill of Rights. Bill of Rights. Aren't you glad you're in on the show prep, folks? So, pretty simple. Pad, pen, write it down, tear it off, fold it up, drop it in the cup. So, once again, I'm hoping you'll all listen to this. Kind of droning on here at the beginning. It is really my first long form one. So I apologize, but I'm going to get into it. Oh, here comes my cat going meow, meow. I'm prepped with coffee. Hello, Ziva. And I'm prepped with water. So here we go. A little nervous. And what's the first thing that I'm going to talk about? Social media. How convenient is that? It was one of the first ones I wanted to talk about. Just so you know, there are different ones in here. Don't know if you can see them, but they are different things. So, social media. Well, here we are on social media. I hate social media only because for all the good communication that you get, people have stopped communicating with each other. They do what I'm doing. They get on, they start talking, they ramble on about stuff just like I am. But is it really good? Well, everybody's opinion has a value. Unfortunately, that value is about this big. Even my opinion, it's about this big. So, social media has helped us keep in touch with the people we've lost touch with. And I wish that's all we could do with it. I've moved 2 big moves in my life. I was born and raised outside of Toronto, Canada. Moved down to Florida, and then moved to Kansas. I have friends in all these places. Well, as you can tell, it's hard to keep in touch with everyone. Social media is a great thing for keeping in touch with people. Social media, unfortunately, has turned into a gigantic slicer. It divides people because people come on and they rant and rave and go nuts, and half the people are going, boy, that person is speaking the truth. The other half are going, that person is nuts. Whereas if you sat down with that person, you might discover that they aren't as crazy as they are, and they may not be as right as they are, as you think they are. Sorry. Always you think. So in my opinion, use social media, but use it to keep in touch. Use it to get the headlines, but don't rely on it only to get your news. This is the problem. It happens with everyone. Celebrities of whatever kind, the guy next door, whatever it is. Those are other things in my little prep cup here. But I want social media to be sort of what it was originally designed for. I say that sort of because it was originally designed to be a hookup thing for college students. Hey, I want to meet you. What college? Oh, hey, let's do this. Now, I'm not saying hook up for interpersonal reasons, but hook up to meet in what they call meet space. We are meet. This is space. Meet space. Social media, point in the right direction there. Social media is not meet space. It's virtual, digital space. And you can't do it. Okay? So tech is part of this, but that's a whole different rant. They'll kind of overlap here. So social media has been a wonderful thing. Tech has, I think, actually made social media worse. So I'll get into that when I talk about tech sometime when I pick it out of my little jar here. Like I said, social media is a wonderful thing. It's also the worst thing. It divides people. It ruins lives because people jump on one thing without fully researching it and just go nuts. Okay? And it's gotten to the point where I can't believe 90% of the stuff I'm told. Okay? You shouldn't anyways, but because of the division, because of the rhetoric that is out there, people look at it and go, what are you talking about? Or, oh my God, that is the worst thing I've ever heard. And 2 days later, you find out that it's not true. So before you go crazy and say, this is what the truth is, research. And when I say research, don't just go to one place. Don't go just to CNN or just to MSNBC or just to Fox or just to OANN or whatever. And when you look at your research, make sure you're getting different sides of the story. Social media allows groups to push their story. Make it your story, okay? But do that by researching both sides, okay? There are two sides to everything, and somewhere in between those two sides is the truth. And that's what I'm trying to get to. Well, I'm not trying to get to it. I'm hoping I have the truth. I want you guys to tell me if I have the truth or not. I want you to research. If you're having a discussion in Meat Space, which is the best place to have discussions, if you're having that discussion and they tell you something that is opposite of yours, don't get in their face, don't yell at them, don't insult them. Find out if what they're telling you is true. And if it's true, then maybe you need to look at it. If it's not true, you need to nicely point out, no, according to this research, this is what's going on. I just had a nice conversation the other day with the supervisor at work, and we were talking about some local issues. I'm not going to get into it now because it's social media is where I'm supposed to be going. But we didn't do it over text. We didn't do it over Twitter. We didn't do it over any of that. And lo and behold, we had different facts, and we both had to look up different things. And we had to definitely start to agree with each other and realize we aren't that far apart on what we're saying. Twitter, Facebook, Getter, Rumble, Truth Social, all these ones that are out there, look at them all. Don't just look at one, okay? They say that Elon Musk, who was buying Twitter, was the worst thing that could happen because he was taking it private. Well, Twitter is a private company that's publicly traded, so they have their biases. His big thing about taking over Twitter was to open it up, to stop taking people off the platform unless it is a truly illegal thing that they are doing. Saying somebody's a jerk, saying somebody is lying, is not illegal. You know, Bill of Rights stuff, okay? Now, as a private company, which is what Twitter is, even though it's publicly owned, okay? Those are different things, private and public in that sense. They have that right. The problem is they were censoring much more of one side of a political argument than the other. That's the problem. Elon Musk said, I want this to open up. I want you to see the false things on both sides so that you go out and research. Now Elon is backed out of it because Twitter might have a few more bots. In other words, unpaid, unreal people, so that the advertisers are actually advertising to nothing, even though they've been told they're advertising to something. So we'll see how this plays out. I don't care if Elon Musk buys it. It's still a private company. The people who own the stock now will make a fortune. Yay! It's still social media. It still needs to be used. but it needs to not be abused. That's where social media falls down. That's my problem with social media, is it's abused. People tend to get on one side and stay there and get in their little bubble, their echo chamber of what they believe, instead of looking at something else. Instead of saying, well, why am I seeing this, but you're telling me this? I don't believe you. You're a jerk. I'm trying to keep it as family friendly as possible. It won't always happen. You're a jerk. I don't believe you. I don't care what you say. I'm moving on. No, 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 no. Don't do that. That's why social media sucks. You get in your own little echo chamber of whatever it is. Religion. More show prep. Religion. Politics. Whatever. I hate to tell you all, but you can't have a conversation nowadays without politics. And you're saying, what do you mean? Well, thanks to social media, everybody jumps on it. It becomes political. You get on social media, you tag your state congressperson, your federal congressperson or senator, whatever, and then a whole bunch of people in that echo chamber do the same thing, and it becomes political. I'm going to tell you honestly, I do everything I can not to be political, or at least not to sit on one side of the political things. It's almost impossible to do. Politics is public. Dictionary. I don't know if it'll be in here. I'm going old school here. Politic. Political. Relating to government. Dictionary. Sorry, I'm looking down. Involving or charged or concerned with acts against that's political. Against a government or a political system. Politician. Actively engaged in government or politics. Okay. Politics. The art or science of government. Political affairs and business. Political opinions. So that's politics. I will have to find another book, old book. I want to go old. The reason is social media has actually caused words to be added to it, to dictionaries. It's caused words to get different change of meaning because of this stuff. So I'm trying to go old school. I wish there was I gotta find another book. See, I'm looking down. This isn't good, but welcome to the world. So just remember, social media is a great thing if it's used properly. Use your social media to find your friends, catch up with your friends. Don't use social media to berate people that you don't know. If you want to berate somebody, get in their face and talk to them. Don't get in their face and be mad. Talk to them. Find out what it really is going to be, what it is to be them. Why they have that opinion that is different from yours. That's the whole point of this. That's the whole point of Army with Logic, is to find out what the difference is and why. To look at old school stuff, new school stuff, social media, and Educate yourself. Okay? This is me with 50 plus years on this planet, different countries. These opinions came from all of that. Came from the people I grew up with, the people I interact with now, my friends, my family. This is a way of keeping in touch with them. That's what social media is. Unfortunately, our lives have gotten so busy we don't. And really, our lives haven't gotten that busy. Our lives have gotten busy on social media to rant and rave, to find out news stories or interesting little tidbits, but not the real stories. That's why I don't like social media. Now, here I am posting on it. I'm going to do it quite often, I hope. I don't care if anyone sees this. I hope people will see this and follow and enjoy. I want people to comment on social media to me about what they think. If I get good enough at this and get the time, I am hoping to have conversations with people and somehow put it on social media. Because to me, that's the biggest thing, is getting within touching distance of a person, getting within quiet speaking distance of a person, and finding out about them and their opinions, and maybe pulling out the phone and researching things. Tech, another rant somewhere else. Okay? But until then, limit your social media to just me. Ha! No. But use it for the good that it can be. Try to skip over the bad that it can be. Don't rely on it for all the information in your life. Talk to other people in the real world, not the virtual world. And enjoy each other. Enjoy life. Get off social media. Okay? Don't... Okay, so look at... I'm ranting here. I'm going on and on. I'm sorry. There's a kids movie out called Wall-E. And it's about the destruction of the earth and the recovery of the earth. And unfortunately, it is unbelievably prophetic in its writings. And it's because people get locked into social media. And in this, they take it to the extreme. Everybody is big, overweight, stuck in a chair. The chair moves around the spaceship they're all living on. And they have a screen permanently affixed right there, that tells them everything. And then an ad comes up and they say yes to the ad, and some thing just appears in front of them. Okay? Then something happens and they look around and they see other people. They go, holy cow, there's other people. Then they end up back at Earth because things have started to grow again. Plants have started to grow again. And they discover each other. And that's a wonderful thing. Get off social media. Discover each other. Discover the wonderful people around you. I'm trying to keep this lighthearted. Unfortunately, not everything is. But I'll try to end it now with, yes, get off social media. Discover the people around you, the great people in this world. Don't prejudge. Don't use social media to prejudge. That's the big thing. Okay? Go out and shake someone's hand, or, high five them, fist bump, whatever. But say hello. If you're walking through a store, raise your head and look at the people around you. Don't walk through the store. I'm using my phone, so I can't do it. Don't walk through the store like this and glance up when you need something. Put it in your pocket, put it in your purse, get off social media. Because chances are, if you're walking around like this, you're not doing something other than social media. So remember that. Look up, see the people around you, enjoy the people around you. Be prepared. You might find another smiling face looking back at you. It might even be me. So thank you. Once again, Arm You With Logic, brought to you by my friends, my family, Andy Hoosier, Bill Maher, all these people who have influenced me over social media. But enjoy world. It's great. Okay? There's crappy things in it, but the world is amazing. The world is great. Stay away from your social media. Arm yourself with logic. And hopefully you've enjoyed this. I know it was kind of long, but some things are going to be longer than others. And that's just a fact of life. So I love everyone out there. Have a good one. Stay off social media, except when you're watching me. Have a good one.